The snowy landscape outside looks calm, silent, clean, almost innocent. But this is an illusion. This whiteness is not a natural wonder. This whiteness is a biological trap. A large portion of people who are dying of dehydration in their final hours scoop up the snow in front of them and eat it. They do it because they believe it is salvation, but they are preparing their own end, because the body does not see snow as water. It sees it as a problem. The human body operates at approximately 37 degrees Celsius. Every snowflake you put into your mouth demands energy from you to disrupt this system. First, it wants to melt. Then, it wants to warm up. The math is simple. 1 gram of snow steals more than 100 calories from your body. You think you are drinking water, but in reality, you are burning your ability to stay warm. In the cold, this is a slow approach to the end. And it does not stop there. Inside that pure white snow are heavy metals that have fallen from the atmosphere. Lead, mercury, industrial residues, and then there are the invisible ones, parasites waiting in a frozen state, bacteria, protozoa. In Alaska in 2019, a group of climbers set up camp at 3,500 meters on Denali. They produced water from snow that looked clean. They never boiled it. Within 72 hours, 3 of the 4 climbers collapsed with severe diarrhea. Giardia lamblia, a microscopic parasite. It waits frozen in the cold. When you melt the snow, it wakes up. Cold does not kill them. It only puts them to sleep. And one more thing, hypothermia. When your body temperature drops from 37 to 35 degrees, mild hypothermia begins, shivering, loss of coordination, difficulty speaking. At 33 degrees, moderate hypothermia. Shivering stops. This is not a good sign. It means the body is trying to stop spending energy. Your consciousness becomes clouded. Your decisions become wrong. Below 30 degrees, severe hypothermia, risk of cardiac arrest, loss of consciousness. Eating snow accelerates this process. Every handful of snow is 1 more degree down. Every degree is 1 less correct decision. The Mount Everest disaster. 8 people died. Most of them did not die from the cold itself. They died from bad decisions. Dehydration and hypothermia together slow the brain. You lose the ability to assess risk. You lose the ability to perform basic math. That is why eating snow directly is a suicide protocol. Today, you will learn how to turn snow from a killing trap into a life-sustaining resource. Zero protocol begins. Producing water is not a chemistry problem. It is an energy war. The volume of snow deceives you. A handful of snow. But when it melts, almost nothing remains. Approximately 10 units of snow produce 1 unit of water. The rest is air. Emptiness. Fresh snow has a density of 0.1 grams per cubic centimeter. Water has a density of 1. A 10-to-1 difference. Many people make the same mistake. They fill an empty pot with snow and put it on the fire. The bottom layer melts. The snow above absorbs the water like a sponge. Heat cannot rise. The bottom of the pot burns. What remains is a loss of time and fuel. The math is simple. Melting 1 gram of ice requires 80 calories. Heating 1 gram of water from 0 to 37 degrees requires 37 calories. Total, 117 calories. The body's basal metabolism burns approximately 60 to 70 calories per hour. If you eat 1 liter of snow, your body will expend 117,000 calories. That is roughly equivalent to 2 hours of total energy output. But snow does not only steal energy, it also causes gastric shock. When cold snow enters the stomach, the blood vessels in the stomach wall constrict. Blood flow decreases, digestion slows, nausea follows. Now you are facing both hypothermia and vomiting risk. When those two combine, a lethal spiral. Rule 1. Never put snow into an empty pot. First, heat 50 to 100 milliliters of water, then add snow gradually, 1 handful every 30 seconds. Stir, pause, continue. This discipline cuts your fuel consumption nearly in half. Rule 2. If you have a choice, use ice instead of snow. Ice does not deceive. It is dense. Ice has a density of 0.9 grams per cubic centimeter. It is 9 times more efficient than snow. If you are near a lake, break surface ice. If you are in the mountains, look for bluish ice on the shaded side. That color indicates a compact crystal structure. No air pockets, only water molecules. White snow, on the other hand, is mostly just air. Fuel calculation. Producing 1 liter of water requires approximately 80,000 calories of heat. Dry pine wood has a combustion value of about 4,500 calories per gram. That means you need at least 18 grams of dry wood to produce 1 liter of snow water. If fuel is limited, choosing the wrong source will kill you. Many people believe snow is naturally clean. This is the most dangerous assumption. Snowflakes collect everything in the air as they fall. Dust, smoke, bacteria, heavy metals. University of Alaska, 2018. Researchers analyzed snow falling in urban areas. They found up to 10,000 bacterial colonies per cubic meter. And some microorganisms do not like the cold, but they do not die from it. They sleep in the cold. When you melt the snow, they wake up. Pseudomonas, Listeria, norovirus. These organisms suspend their metabolic activity even at -20 degrees. They survive. That is why water production has 2 stages. Stage 1, purification, cloth, charcoal, basic filtration, remove large particles. Stage 2, heat, boil the water, 100 degrees, at least 5 minutes. Do not rush. This kills 99.9% of pathogens. But if you are near an industrial area, or if the snow has a grayish tint, boiling is not enough. Fukushima, 2011. Nuclear reactor disaster. Radioactive fallout spread into the atmosphere. Snow fell in northern regions. That snow contained cesium-137. Boiling did not reduce radiation, but those who distilled the water, they survived. A distillation setup is simple. 2 pots, a silicone tube or pipe, a cold surface. Boil the water. Direct the steam onto the cold surface. Collect the condensed water in another container. Heavy metals stay behind. Chemicals stay behind. Radioactive particles stay behind. Purification rate, 99%. Some people consider this step unnecessary. They usually do not live long. Finding water does not mean you have won the war. The real test begins now. You sweat in the cold, but you do not notice it. Evaporation increases, but you cannot see it. You cannot feel it. Cold suppresses the sensation of thirst by about 40%. The osmoregulatory receptors in the brain detect increased blood viscosity with delay. Your body lies to you. Check the color of your urine. This is your true hydrometer. Light yellow? You're fine. Dark yellow? Mild dehydration has begun. Orange? Your cognitive functions are slowing. Reaction time drops by 15%. Decision-making deteriorates. Spatial awareness decreases. You can no longer perform simple arithmetic. Texas, February 2021. A major winter storm. Millions lost power. Snow covered everything. Dehydrated people ate snow directly. Emergency rooms overflowed. hypothermia, abdominal pain, vomiting. Doctors heard the same story again and again. But I was making water from snow. No, you were preparing your own end. This is how getting lost in the cold begins. Most mistakes made in cold environments are decisions made by a dehydrated brain. And remember, melting snow burns energy, not just fire, your energy. Every liter of water demands a price from you. Producing 1 liter of water is equivalent to 20 minutes of intense arm labor. If you produce 1 liter every hour, your body burns an extra 1,920 calories per day. That shortens your survival time by 3 days. Real scenario. Outside temperature, minus 15 degrees. You have 2 kilograms of wood in your shelter. 2 choices. Option A, use all the wood to melt snow. Result, 3 liters of water, but the shelter freezes, your body temperature drops. Hypothermia begins at midnight. Option B, use half the wood for heating. Find ice instead of snow. Result, 1.5 liters of water, but the shelter stays warm. Your body temperature remains stable. You see the morning. Survival is an optimization problem. Every resource is a trade-off. Nothing is free. Tactical discipline. Calculate the cost of every drop. Is boiling water for a cup of coffee more important than surviving 1 more day? Avoid unnecessary movement. Excess sweating instantly consumes 30% of the water you produce. Daily water budget. Minimum survival, 1 liter. Optimal function, 2 liters. With physical activity, 3 liters. Drink in small sips. A small sip every 15 to 20 minutes. Large gulps shock the stomach and trigger the vomiting reflex. All your effort is wasted. That is why every sip matters. Drink small. Drink slowly. Do not waste. And every night before sleeping, calculate tomorrow's water requirement. How many liters are needed? How much fuel do you have? Snow or ice? Math saves you, not hope. One day, taps will not run. Markets will be empty. Nature will give nothing for free. Snow can save you, or it can silently kill you. The difference is not knowledge. It is discipline. 1997 Canada. The Great Ice Storm. 4 million people were without power for 6 days. Those who knew the protocol produced safe water from snow. Those who didn't filled hospital triage areas. Hypothermia, food poisoning, dehydration. Death is the final page of unpreparedness. Chaos is growing outside. Keep your mind sharp. Keep your equipment ready. Internalize this knowledge. Remember, dying of thirst in the middle of chaos is not fate. It is a choice born of unpreparedness. Statistics or preparation. The choice is yours. Zero protocol. Stay ready. Stay alive.